Hello guys, how you doing? How's the fasting going? You're doing good things and loving your body, and I really want to applaud you for it. If you're struggling doing some of this fasting, then please reach out to some people in this group, and I would love to help myself, and others would as well. I got a question from a female this week that's in our group about she was wanting to do some fasting for weight loss, and she was just having a little bit of a hard time. So I talked to her a bit here at the store, but I also wanted to share part of the response here with you guys. So in this first video, I just really wanted to talk about differences in fasting for women and men. Now, for both, it's very beneficial. There's something in fasting that everyone can take away. And the benefits of fasting that we've talked about a lot are pretty much the same for both men and women. But there are some key differences that I want to highlight that I think can make your fasting experience more beneficial if you keep these in mind. So fasting, like we've talked about before, is intended to challenge your body, but it's intended to challenge your body just enough to create a beneficial response. It's not meant to challenge your body so much that you go into a stress response that negatively impacts your body. And sometimes that is a fine line, and it is especially a fine line between what that means for a man and what that means for a woman, especially during your childbearing years. So for a man, a lot of times if you're having trouble starting out fasting, I might just recommend, hey, kind of just push through some of these things a little bit, and be gracious to yourself, but push through it a little bit. For women, I don't typically say that, because regardless of where you're at with fertility or wanting to have kids or not wanting to have kids or whatever, any stressful event where the body senses a scarcity of resource, the body views as a threat to the survival of the species and is going to react much more dramatically. And if that is you, some of these symptoms might show up. And so I'm going to tell you some of these. So if you're starting to fast, but you're starting to feel some of these symptoms, then take note, slow down, reevaluate where you're at. A disruption or interruption of the menstrual cycle, sharp increase in hunger signaling, increased anxiety, irritability, sleeplessness, fatigue, if you start to become anemic or have an increased susceptibility to illness, if you have trouble with concentration, or you have a hypersensitivity to temperature, or temperature changes, or you have noticeable changes in the skin or hair. Any of those symptoms, they can be symptoms of other things, but if that's you, then you want to slow down and reevaluate your fasting. Don't just always, even if you're the type of person that loves the challenge, don't push through something to the detriment of your own health. Make sure that you're doing fasting as a loving act towards your body, instead of something where it's really tearing your body down. That's the last thing that we want out of doing a fast. So be gracious with yourself. We're fasting out of a place of love, and we'll get much more benefit out of fasting if we take baby steps, do it slow, and are gracious with ourselves. I'll give you more on the weight loss and fasting in the next video. Blessings. Talk to you soon. Love you.